Hey everybody, welcome back to the Razor Company YouTube channel. DJ here. Got another great one for you. Stay tuned. All right, so today we're going to be talking about an oldie scent, but a new scent. And this here happens to be a new offering from Hendrix Classics and Company, and it is 007. Now, this is based off of one of the most duped fragrances in all of wet shaving. Probably if not the number one duped fragrance, at least in the top three. And that is Creed Aventus. If you don't know what Creed Aventus is, I mean, do you even fragrance, bro? But for everybody who does know, Creed Aventus is one of the most, if not the most, duped fragrance in all of wet shaving. I mean, if you've had Sterling's Executive Man, Fine Accoutrements Platinum, Ariana and Evans Spartacus, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Doppelganger Gray, those are all based off of Creed Aventus. What makes this one to me special though is this is probably the closest one to me to the original scent. It's just, I have two decant samples of the real Creed Aventus, and to me, this, you get the real smokiness of the pineapple. You get you just get everything that you would smell in the real fragrance. I talked to Jason of the Razor Company when he first got this sent in, and he says he was wearing both the regular real Creed Aventus and the fragrance, and this one on each arm, and he kept smelling one arm and the other arm, and they were so close it was hard to tell the difference. That's how good this is. Yeah, it's an absolute banger. And I highly recommend, if you like Creed Aventus and you're not afraid of the outplayed scent, that you definitely go and get this one. It's available at the Razor Company. Again, probably the best version of Aventus I've ever smelled, and I've had a lot of them. So yes, so that's what we're going to be using with the matching splash. Also, I have the matching EDP that I picked up from Hendrix Classics. Brush today, I'm going to be using my penny pincher pour from Chisel and Hound. Beautiful brush there. And for my razor, I'm going to be using something else I've never used, my aluminum Wolfman Guerilla razor with the 0.99 gap blade and the a fresh Tatra Platinum in there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get ready for the shave. Technical difficulties there. Somebody's tried to call me in the middle of me doing this. I need to start putting that on silence. Anyways, let's get this beautiful shave going here. So how is everyone doing? It was just this past weekend was a Never Alone 5, and it was an absolute amazing success. congratulations to the razor company and all those involved with it that are part of that whole group. Ken, Carlos, Peter from Ariana and Evans, Heather from Zingari Man, Chris from Carve, Caleb from Aylesworth, J-Mac, the Red Island Shaver, of course. All those guys did a fantastic job. And of course, Jason at the Razor Company and everybody who works there, they just did an absolute fantastic job. Just completely nailed it, and I cannot wait to get mine, and I will be shaving with it soon. Might even do a video on here to shave with it. Because I hear it's fantastic. Again, we are using HC&C's 007, probably the best Aventus dupe that I've smelled. I'm gonna go in here for a face lather on this one. And yeah, I'm just hoping everybody's having a good day. My first video in a little bit, about a week probably. Really wanted to do this one here because I think it's great, and I think that I know a lot of people say that Aventus is overplayed, and I was in that same boat. You know, it's like, oh, how many more times can you do Aventus? But when you have a scent this good that came out, it's kind of hard not to recognize when it's that good of a scent. You know, as I mentioned before, it is one of the top, if not the most duped fragrance in all of wet shaving. The other ones being, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but Green Irish Tweed and probably Dior Sauvage. I think those are the top three. So Aventus, Green Irish Tweed, and Dior Sauvage are the three that I've seen, I think, the most. And dupes are great. I love dupes. You know, it's a way to get a nice, expensive cologne that you would normally not be able to afford. I mean, a bottle of Aventus here will run you, you know, $500. You know, I ain't got that kind of scratch laying around. Not a lot of people do, but if I can buy a Pete Hendrix bottle here of EDP for $40, sure, and it's just as close to the real thing, I'm not going to complain about that. And then I get a soap and splash along with it. So for a total of $100, I get soap, splash, and an EDP. And I smell just like Aventus. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that at all. So yeah, dupes are great. I love a good dupe. I have quite a bit of them. I also do love a good original scent, though. You know, I am not opposed to a great original scent. There are lots of artisans that do their own original scents. And some of the original scents are just as good, if not better, than some of the big house fragrances that are out there. So don't sleep on some of them smaller artisan fragrances, because they are, like I said, just as good, if not better, than some of these big house fragrances. Of course, Pete Hendrix Hendrix lathering up really well. Decided to go in for a face lather today. Pete Hendrix has one of those bases I like to tub load and lather on my face. Just a preference. I think I've said it before in other videos. I have certain artisan bases that I prefer to tub load, and certain artisan bases I like to bowl load. And Pete from Hendrix, I prefer a little bit of a harder base. So usually harder bases I tend to tub load and lather on my face. Get a little bit more hydration going here. Might have overloaded the brush. The smell is fantastic. And this is my first time using it. I've just been smelling it, and I've had it for, I think, going on like 2 weeks now, and I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. I'm backed up in soap usage. You get in this hobby long enough and you start to get behind in soaps. I got a pile of soaps that I haven't used yet, and then I still try to maintain using stuff that I already have and mixing those in with the new stuff. And sometimes you just gotta, just gotta make the sacrifices sometimes. All right, let's clear off the runways and let's do some first pass here. Wolfman Guerilla razor, aluminum, with a fresh Tatra in here. Now this aluminum Wolfman is probably, I would say, the most aggressive aluminum razor I've ever used. It does come in a variety of different aggressiveness. I had never used one before, so I bought it off of Buy Sell Trade, and it came with the .99 blade cap. But now that I've used it, if I ever went to go buy another one, I think I'd go the plate right below it, probably the .84. Not to say this one's not nice, but I don't think I could daily drive with this one. So if I had to shave back to back, and it's smooth, but it's definitely got some blade feel to it. But I think if I went with the bought it again, which I think I might someday, I would definitely go with the next one below, which I believe is the .84. Alrighty, let's get lathered on there for That's number 2. Oh, this scent is so good. Again, I thought I was overdone with Aventus. I had gotten rid of almost all my Aventus scents until I got this one. I was like, oh, and I'm so glad I did. Fantastic. One thing about Hendrix Classics is he has some really strong scents. His fragrances are really nice, and they are some of the closest. Now, mostly he does do mostly dupes, but they are some of the closest, if not the closest, to the originals. Which is, you know, if that's what you like, then that's going to be right in your wheelhouse. I have quite a few Hendrix classic soaps. My favorite, one of my favorite scents out there is Versace Eros, and he does one of my favorite dupes, if not my favorite dupe of that scent, which is called Brilliantly Broken Man. And I probably would have bought the EDP for that, except that for Christmas one year, my wife bought me the actual Versace Eros. So, and I think she bought me that before I even bought the soap. All right, let's do a little quick one here, and then that should be good. So, show that goodness there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and rinse off here, and I will be right back. The old witch hazel on. The splash here. Again, you guys should really check this. Oh, so strong. And Pete's splashes are EDT strength, so you really don't even need the EDT. But if you're a degenerate like me, you probably want it. Oh, so good. I don't even need it. I'm just going out to have dinner, but in my room or in my kitchen. Oh, it's so good. Anyways. Thank you guys. Come to go to TRC, pick up 007, best Aventus on the market, guaranteed. And we'll catch you on the next one. All right.